there, cover the cut used by
Blocks the layup attempt. That's big time by Giannis. Lakers regain the lead.
What up, YouTube? Franchise Sports TV back again with another video. We got to talk about some things, mainly Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless, and just you could possibly say, the sports media as a whole. So before I get in, like, share, subscribe. Also comment down below. All helps the channel. So Dan Le Batard, former ESPN employee, personality, had his own show with his dad, had something to say about Stephen A. Smith. And it was quite not revealing, but also not surprising. And what I mean by right on the money, he was right on the money. So I guess Stephen A. Smith joined an episode of Le Batard South Beach Sessions podcast, and during the interview, the topic that Skip Bayless came about. And this is what Dan Le Batard had to say. "I hate what you two have done to sports television," Le Batard famously told Smith. Stunned by the criticism, Smith immediately fired back before letting Le Batard explain why he believes the debate show format foremost hosts have ruined sports television. And of course, Stephen A. Smith gonna fire back, because that's how he is. "You could say that all you want. I would say, who the hell are you?" Smith responded. "To sit up there," you know what? I can't do it like this. I'm gonna try to do it in Stephen A. Smith voice. "You can say that all you want. I would say, the hell with you. To sit up there and say, me and him, what about you? What the hell were you? Living under the rock? Teaching at Miami U? Hey. You were part of this too. You're not innocent in this." But Le Batard went on to explain that he hates how Smith and Bayless spawned an industry of imitators, many of them without journalism backgrounds, who believe every sports headline has to be turned into an argument on TV. "How am I responsible for that, when our background is in journalism? Skip Bayless was a journalist for decades. I was a journalist for decades. We come on television and those ethics are applicable. When did it occur in my career that I ignored the journalistic tenets that came with the job?" According to Le Batard, the journalism isn't ignored on first take, but it shrinks in the shadow of the argument during a made-for-TV debate. And he's not wrong. At times, debate shows prioritize entertainment or drama over journalism. Earlier this month, Smith sat on First Take and watched Kendrick Perkins spread misinformation about the demographics of NBA MVP voters to support allegations that voters are biased against the league's black players. I don't want to go on. This goes on for a minute. I think I was aware of this, but reading off this article, I guess it said last year Stephen A. Smith went on First Take and said this: "Michael Jordan is responsible as much as anybody else for changing the game for worse, because people want to be like Mike." I don't know about that, but here's my take from it. I agree with both men. I do. They're both not wrong, and they both are wrong at the same time. Dan Le Batard was joined in on this when he had his show with his dad. He used to crack jokes with his dad and Bomani Jones, whoever else was the host. I forgot the name of the show. I think they had it down in Miami somewhere. Stephen A. Smith, we all know what he's capable of, what he has been doing. He has a nemesis in Kyrie Irving for some weird reason we don't know why. And every chance he gets on Kyrie Irving, he just tries to tear the man down, no matter what the cost is. As we all know, Skip Bayless has done the same thing with LeBron James. I think secretly Skip Bayless is getting paid under the table, but Skip Bayless and also I'm not even going to call that, Shannon Sharp, have went in on Russell Westbrook for a whole entire almost 2 years now, since Westbrook has been in LA. So yes, everybody on these sports analyst shows, First Take, FS1, even Colin Coward, I'm going to call him that continuously, have some fault in this. But they also are right. Stephen A. Smith is right when he says plenty of people who have no journalistic backgrounds. But here's the thing, Stephen A. Smith. What y'all doing on, like I said, on First Take and FS1, this is not journalism. This is just everyday hit pieces on people you guys don't like or despise. But I think he's calling out people that got other podcasts on YouTube and other places. He's calling those guys out. Sure, I don't have no journalistic background, but I do have a history background, so sometimes you will hear me give out history lessons when it comes to basketball and do my research. That's what I do. But the blame when it comes to all this, sports talk and how negative it's gotten, is with the big channels, because they are the main forces at this. Everybody sees y'all doing this. Y'all guys made up the criteria about who is more accomplished when it comes to their career. If you don't got no rings, you're lesser of a player. But if you got 5 rings, you're an all-time great. This goes for football and basketball. They don't do this for baseball or hockey. But I do say, when I started watching sports media, it was more centered. There was less of this shock jock, this arguing, things made for clicks. FS1 is currently not doing well with their clips and reviews. I guess ESPN's still doing great, but for how long? But when I first started sports media, it wasn't with First Take. It was with Michael Wilbon and Tony Kornheiser doing a show, PTI. That's when I started watching sports television media, and it wasn't like this with them. You hear some jokes every once in a while, but it wasn't a freaking attack piece like it is now. It's gotten so watered down, it's not even fun. I don't even watch ESPN First Take and FS1. I can't even manage to watch it because I don't like hearing stuff that they be saying. But you could say the same for me. When I called out LeBron James, call him balding fool from Accurate and all kinds of other stuff, or anybody else. Some of this comes from when I call out names. Some of this just comes from because I know the fans of these people, especially LeBron James, they get angry when you talk any less of LeBron James. But let me say this, I'm going to get this out. As a person, I don't know anything about LeBron. I'm sure he's a good father. Like, I heard things about what he does outside of his marriage because I know people that know him, but I ain't going to discuss it out here. It ain't none of my business. But as a person, I don't know. We really don't know anything about LeBron James. We do know that he probably most likely hangs out with people who I think, maybe some of y'all think, are possibly not the best humans. But there's no defined proof of it. Maybe there is, but I ain't going to talk about it here. But as far as him, LeBron James, as a basketball player, how he moves with basketball, I don't like that at all. And I don't like that. I know this is true. I don't like that he has his foot on the sports media. I don't like how the sports media lies for certain players, and it infuriates me and other people who are on YouTube when they tell out lies like this or show weird biasness. I didn't like the way they did Westbrook on his way out from the Lakers, call him a vampire and terrible in the locker room, which we all know that's not true. When I seen Westbrook try to cheer up LeBron James and Anthony Davis, when they keep putting Westbrook as a scapegoat for the Lakers' failures, that ain't fair. So yeah, that's what I have a problem with, and that's what infuriates me more than anything. But I'm gonna try and clean it up in the future, not to be so name calling, but sometimes, man, the stuff I hear from ESPN and all these places infuriates me because it's not true. But yeah, sports media is not what it used to be. It's not analytical anymore. I guess it is. I guess they use too many numbers and not using the eye test and how things go. It's just completely a circus show right now. But that's why you guys have people like me and other people on YouTube to go to. Because I ain't going to be sitting here pom-pomming with all this stuff. I'm not going to sit here and pom-pom for LeBron or any other player. Sure, I may do it for Giannis, but I'm from Milwaukee. I'm always going to go for a home team, but I'm not also always talking about Giannis. I'm also going to not pom-pom for Giannis all the time. I give other players credit. Right now, I think Embiid's the MVP right now, but they won't let Embiid or even Giannis have the MVP. They keep promoting this Jokic thing, which I think is some secret shenanigans going on, but it's either here or there. But yeah, Dan Le Batard and Dan Le Batard, not Don. Dan Le Batard and Stephen Smith are both right and also both wrong. But I want to hear what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think in the comments.